Hello, everybody. Welcome. So excited. I've been talking about Jean for like a week now, maybe 2 weeks. Um, uh, you'll get to hear all about how Jean and I know each other. But before we do any of that, let's go in and always acknowledge the people that are watching. So, hello, Betty. Thank you for being here. Brandy, hello. Thank you. Little Moon Warrior on TikTok. Nikki, hello. Christina, hello. Thank you for being here. Great picture. Kathy, good to see you, Kathy. How are you, my friend? Um, Amber and Stephanie and Julie and Kelly, hello. Thank you for being here. Our moderator for the evening, hello, Priscilla. Thank you for being here. Jackie, hello. Thank you for being here. Jackie, are you practice what you preach because of your last name? I got it. Good one on TikTok. Jean, we're going to get her on TikTok, you guys. We're going to get her on TikTok. Bertha, good to see you. Bertha, thank you for being here. And is Lemmy watching? I hope so. That's her son. Okay. Hey, Priscilla. What was I going to tell you? I was going to tell you something, and I totally forgot. Okay. That was not a real person, Jean. That was a scammer. They're always from Belize, or yeah, it's sad. It's super sad. But I'm like, oh well, here we go. So where was I? Jackie, Priscilla, Jackie, hello, and Bertha, and Brandy, and Stephanie, and Janet, and Michelle, hello. How are you, Michelle? Robin, good to see you. Kasha, hello. Girl Gone Wi-Fi, love the picture, girl. Crystal, hello. Look at all my TikToker friends. Uh, Look at that cute baby. Camila, so cute. Emmy, good to see you. She's got schlegs. She knows how to use them. That's her name on TikTok. Okay.
I like it.
Hello, Karen. Karen says hello. Shonda, I have to cook supper while listening. This should be fun. Excellent, Shonda. Amy, good to see you. How are you? And Kelly, thank you for being here. Every day's sunny day, every day, 89 on TikTok. Delora, good to see you. Jerose, good to see you, my friend. There's a lot of people on here. Look at all the people that came to see you. Jean, Brenda, and Lori, and Jackie, and Ashton. Hello. Dina, TikTok is a learning curve, but it's the way things are headed. I know.
Yeah.
No. Jackie, 565 on TikTok. Thank you. Eleni, Timokanis, what she said. Eleni is from Athens. She's from Greece. Hello, Eleni. It's late out there. Priscilla, no problem. I already did it. Delora, hello. We have a safe word. Our safe word is baklava, Jean.
Oh,
Facebook, hello. That
I'm
means
hungry.
that means a scammer's on. Michelle and Maria and Glenda, hello, good to see you. Oh my God, so many people here. Hang on. Claudette, good to see you, my friend, all the way from Hawaii. Brooke, oh, bro, octopus, good to see you. Ashton, Gina and I are going to the casino. Are we going to win? Ashton, I don't know, but good luck, because we're not on here to answer those type of questions. We're on here for thriving with crystals. Arlene, hello. Joy, hello. Beth, good to see you. Leslie, Eleni says kala, which means all good. Marina, hello, Marina. Marina was my mom's name. Patty, hi, Patty. Uh, I was in Scorpions and Alice Cooper concert. Oh,
Mm.
cool. Thank you for telling me the safe word and all of us. You're welcome. Okay, because there was nobody scammer on here yet. Praying for no whammies and no baklava. Great. Just came back. Glad I'm catching you. Awesome. All right. Hello to everybody. We hadn't said hello.
Yes. Hello.
Welcome, everyone. And welcome, Judy. Welcome, everybody. We are here. Jean and I, to talk about thriving with crystals. I met Jean. Oh my God, Jean. So my mom died in 2000. My dad 2001. I graduated massage school in 2002. So I met you in 2001.
Yeah, it was, yeah,
I met you at Susan and Tom's.
20 years ago. Oh.
Oh my God.
I don't like saying things like
Yeah.
that.
We both had darker hair. So
Sure.
um, so Jean and I met and Susan and Tom, they were teaching Peruvian shamanism 2-year apprenticeship program. And then after Jean and I met, I was asked to help assist. Jean assisted. She took the program, she assisted, and you've been to Peru how many times, Jean?
Oh gosh, probably 10, 12.
Wow. And you've led groups there.
Yes.
Okay. And Jean and I, just for all of you to know, Jean and I are going to be
Exciting. Drum roll.
we're going to be doing your your volcanic soul, blasting through to connect to your truest, authentic self. And that's going to be, we said March 22nd through the 28th, 29th.
Well, the 29th you would be the leaving date.
Yeah. So we're going to go to Ecuador, you guys. Ecuador. So I'm super excited. We'll get all information. We'll bring Jean back on. We're going to have an early bird registration. We'll talk about that later. But Jean. So Jean and I met that way. Then Jean and I facilitated retreats together. We facilitated an apprenticeship program together, and we have been friends ever since. Jean resides in the Midwest, and her wonderful partner, he made the jewelry that you're wearing, right?
He did. Yes, he did.
And tell us about that crystal.
So this crystal, I wore this tonight. It's Sunset Aura, and it is crystal that just makes you happy. And when I saw them, I had to have him make one that I could actually wear because I just feel good. It just feels good. It's one of those crystals. I don't know what its healing properties are. I don't know. I just look at it and I'm happy. So, and I think a good part of thriving is just connecting with joy or happiness as much as you can.
Yeah, so true. And I think you're so right. Christina, thank you. And we're saying baklava for scammers. So, but we'll come up with something else. So don't worry about it. Sunset Aura. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so how did you get started, Jean? And we'll talk about thriving with crystals in a minute. How did you get started? Because you've written a book, you have led drumming circles, you have led your I'll call it Troon Carrier, you have led women's study groups, and you have this great crystal company. How did you get started with the crystals?
Well, I've always loved stones. I've in the shamanic work that we did, the part of the Mother Earth that spoke to me most was the stones, and so I thought that crystals would be a good way to reach people on a level where there's both beauty, there's healing, there's all different things mixed together that speak to people, and get them involved in caring for the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've always, I mean, I used to pick up stones. I was always that kid who was dirty and picking up, and my mom was always telling me to get out the ground, and I like it on the ground. So the business is a business of my heart. It's something I love, and it's something I love to share with other people.
And you're so good. Like earlier, guys, before Jean, before we got on, we chit chatted, and I'm like, Jean, what's this? And she looked at it and she knew it, and because it wasn't, I've had this one for a while. This is Merlinite, super cool. And then this one I have from you, and this is
Aquatine calcite.
And what is that for?
And that's a good stone for balance and for sort of connecting you with flow and connecting you with your inner peace.
Yeah. And this is about thriving. And Jean's going to say something in a minute, but we've got a question because, Jean's got something coming up, you guys. There was her website, and here's her Facebook page. You've got a crystal show coming up, right?
I do. I have a Crystal Live show on Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time on Facebook. My Facebook is Facebook/Spirit Dancer Crystals. Thank you, Priscilla. And yes, I'd love to have you join me. We have a lot of fun. It's informational as well as selling, and it's usually a couple hours.
Dino has a great question. How do crystals get their meaning?
That's an awesome question. So crystals are, my feeling is that they have general properties that pretty much you'll see in a lot of the books. But my favorite thing to do is to hand someone a crystal and say, what does it mean to you?
Mm,
How are
mhm.
you feeling it? How are you gonna, how is your body feeling? Where are you feeling it in your body? What thoughts come to you when you feel it, when you hold it? And so I like to sort of leave it up to the person because they are open to interpretation. And everyone has a little bit of a different view on it. But there are certain properties, for instance, something like smoky quartz is a grounding stone. And it's pretty much everybody can feel that when they pick it up.
Mhm.
And if you pick it up next to something like, for instance, amberite, you're going to feel a lot of a different vibe. So, but again, the meanings come from when you read the books. They come from people meditating with the stones and using them.
Right. And of course, if I know I had it here, it's in my pile, and of course, it's on the last book on the bottom.
Of course,
Um, but I have the Encyclopedia of Crystals by Judy Hall, which I think is a
yes,
great book. It's a
that's
great.
really I like her a lot.
Hey, Robin. Um, Another great question, which you know how I feel about this.
Robin,
Is it okay to wear more than one crystal at a time?
the more the merrier. No, I think so. Again, it's what feels good on your body. Occasionally, I'll put on one too many things, and my body will go no.
Mhm.
So, you have to sort of just feel your way in. But I know people who like stack them on.
And it all depends. I was talking to a client the other day, and I kid you not, she was loaded here, loaded here. She
Mhm.
had it on her ankles, and she had it on like three around her necklace.
Yeah,
And I said, "How you feeling?" She goes, "Well, a little scattered." And I said, "Do me a favor."
take off some.
I said, "Take off all the crystals." And she's
Yeah,
like, "What?" And I said, "Take them all off." And
yeah,
she took them all off, and I said, "Let's energy test them." And do you know that she was only supposed to wear three
yeah.
out of 14?
Oh, I- yeah. It's it's a lot about discernment
Yeah,
when you're working with crystals, when you're
right.
working with them especially, but even when you're just, hanging out with them or wearing them or, you know, how it does you check in with your body.
You know, Gene, we're gonna have starting in well, July 10th. I'm starting a group called Soul Chat, and it's where everybody can come in and we're going to ask a bunch of questions. I was very Jean Tindle of me. And I have like, so when they come in, they're going to get a number. And instead of like 2 hours, I'm like, all right, the person with number 88, what's your question? So these are all numbered.
Yes.
And I think this, if it goes well, I'd love for you to come on one time as a guest on Soul Chat and we can ask all these questions regarding crystals.
Sure.
I think it'd be
I'd
great.
love to.
So, thriving with crystals, you mentioned something really important before we got live. I talk on TikTok and also on Facebook about how it's important to ground, to have an intention, and the intention could be a prayer, intention could be whatever, but to ground, to meditate, to connect to your intuition.
Mhm.
Grounding is so important. Can you explain a little bit on how to thrive in grounding?
Yes, I think grounding is an essential part of thriving because if you're not in your body, you can't experience your life. You can't be fully leaned into your life if you're not grounded. Spiritually, it's about actually being fully present to experience. We're spirits inhabiting a body. That's our purpose here, is to just be in our bodies and have the full experience. And if you're all over the place and you can't you can't fully experience your life, you can't be open to abundance of the universe, you can't be open to any type of thriving that comes your way. And so, and from a purely practical reason, um, grounding is, you're going to be healthier. Your
Right.
body's going to function better if you're completely in it. You can be open then to what the universe has to offer. Um,
We,
a
we,
friend of mine a
but
friend of mine said, we're not here to ascend. We are all ascended beings. We're here to descend into our body and have this experience.
I love
And
that.
I feel like that made a lot of sense to me.
When we talk, I talk about on TikTok because a lot of people are new to this, and I got on TikTok so to educate, right? And I talk about empaths and how to thrive as an empath. We talk about grounding the empath. So I have talked about black tourmaline and I've talked about hematite. Is there one that you would feel to thrive, for an empath to thrive? And I talk about to observe and not absorb. And we talk about the whole,
Oh, that's really nice. I like that.
and then I tell them this, I'm like, but don't do this in a grocery store or a shopping mall. I feel your energy. I feel your energy. I feel your energy. Because they would think you're a little cuckoo with their Cocoa Pops. But having a black tourmaline in your pocket, in your purse, in your bra, or a hematite, or maybe both,
Yeah. Yeah.
what do you
There's
think?
another one I really like. Those two are awesome. They're really good for grounding and they're really good to keep you together. One of my favorites to get me back in my body when I do feel kind of scattered, like if I'm at a in-person show, a lot of times there's a whole lot of energy
Right.
flying around and you just get a little woozy. Garnet.
Oh,
Garnet brings you whoosh really fast right
okay.
back into your body, and it's a strengthener. It's protective in the way that it keeps you fully present.
Right.
And when you're fully present, you're not open to a lot of the schmutzy energy
Right.
that's
Right.
around. Word
Yeah.
I learned from
I
Elias.
know the little
Um,
schmutz that comes around. Right.
so
Um,
garnet is a good one.
could you put that up closer to the light, Gene,
Yes.
so people can see? So
Yes, and
pretty.
this is a red garnet. It's really, really dark red.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I
It's
really,
beautiful. Let's go to some of the questions, and then we'll talk more about thriving the energy. Okay, we talked about that one. Yes, yes, yes. Um, Robin says, "I love the crystals I bought from Jean." Thanks,
thank
Robin.
you, Robin.
Uh, Kathy says, "What makes you shake when you pick up a stone sometimes?"
Usually, a lot of times, that's when you're not fully attuned to the energy of the stone. Sometimes, some stones are fairly high vibration, and they will. Your body it takes your body time to adjust to the frequency of the stone and sort of come to a resonance with it. So, so that's one reason. Another reason is it might just not be your stone. There are certain stones that just aren't. They're not in resonance with your body. There's stones that I don't pick up. I don't work with them because of that.
Right.
They just don't resonate with me.
There was so Jean and I both lived in Chicago, and Jean would have circles in her. She had a place that had 2 stories, and we would go downstairs. I'm like, Jean, oh my God, you got your medicine cloth open. You got all the crystals around you, Jean. I'm like, it was like, but still back then I was very sensitive to all that stuff. Not that it was bad, you guys. It's just that my body was like, yes, 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 yes. I never got a headache from Jean's crystals ever. Even when you had like you did your shows and you had, we're talking guys, goobles and goobles of crystals and it like overflowing. But I could walk into a crystal store, and if that crystal store wasn't grounded, I'd get a headache immediately and I'd have to leave.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay. Lori says, is there a crystal for helping with digestion?
Yes, there are a few. One I particularly like. I like a lot of the third chakra. Obviously, is where the digestion happens, and so I like Bumblebee Jasper is a really good one.
I just was
Yeah.
touching it.
Of course, you were. Elias and I are very much on the same wavelength. Many
Once
times.
we're in the same room, we're like, I was just gonna say that. It's so much fun. Yes, Bumblebee Jasper,
That's
everybody.
a good one. There's also a new one that I have. I have one big piece of it, but I have smaller pieces too. Is yellow mica, the
Oh,
gold mica. This is amazing. I want to work with it more. Of course, I can't. I don't know how
yeah,
to.
you're good. You're good.
But this is a really good stone because mica is a good stone for calming, and so the yellow will be. It'll work right on that third chakra, or right on the stomach, actually, or the lower the intestines, um, to just calm it down.
Totally. And get your pens and paper, guys, so you can take notes. Courtney, hello. Kasha says, should we pick out stone based on what Dr. Gould says? Or
No,
should I pick a stone that speaks to me when I'm searching?
speaks to you always, always, always listen to your own wisdom.
Hi, Janelle, all the way from Hawaii. Aloha. Hi, Irma. Good to see you. There's you got a lot of questions here, Jean. Hang on. Dun, 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 dun. Because we're talking about thriving. And the reason why we're talking about thriving is because grounding with the thriving, to ground to thrive. When you're grounded, all is possible. Think about a tree.
Yeah.
The roots are in the ground. When you stretch up and out, you're reaching for the limbs are reaching for that connection. And where do crystals come from, guys?
The ground.
Yes. Thank you, Gene. Um, if I were all the stones that I would, I would need, be kind of heavy. I know. I get it. How does your body say no? Bravo.
Um,
Lenny.
get a headache. You get a headache. You get a. I feel a lot of things in my gut, so I'll get this little twist
Yep.
feeling. I and also um, when I buy stones for people, or not for my store, but for to give that will eventually go to people, I can walk into a room and actually feel the energy if the stones have been taken in a good way, or if they've been blasted apart, or somehow um, not taken in a good way. So I mean, you have to, you sort of, I mean, I've spent a lot of years of tuning myself to energy, but your body, you'll feel, sometimes you just hear the word no.
Right.
I've done that before
Same
too.
here.
Or
Yeah.
you'll get that feeling in your gut, like, this isn't right. Or you'll
I
pick
used
it
to,
up and you'll get a headache or
remember how we
something.
used to scan them with our hands?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Um, okay. Hi, Carla. I usually wear three. Excellent. Joy. Dina says, do crystals need to be cleared or cleansed like diamonds because diamonds can hold other people's vibrations?
They do need to be cleared.
And how do you clear?
Almost all of them need to be cleared. There's a couple that don't, but even those are, occasionally it doesn't hurt to clear them.
Like
Um,
kyanite,
kyanite, you don't. Selenite, you don't need to clear.
right?
Some people say citrine, but I clear my citrine.
I clear it too. Yeah.
Because it's quartz, it picks up everything. So to clear, um, a really good way that I like is smudge, white sage, Palo Santo. Um, I'm sure Elias has some right.
Or you can buy Smudge It.
Or
Smudge It spray. This portion has been brought to you by
there's
Smudge
a commercial
It.
break now. um, No, you can spray them off. I spray them off with rose hydrosol, rose
Nice.
water
Yeah.
sometimes. If I'm doing it on the fly too, like during a healing session, I'll spray them and then you can use
And Gene, I know you've done this.
sound. Sound clears everything.
They love it, you guys. The
They love
crystals love the sound.
Yeah.
Michelle wants to know, do you clear crystals before you ship them?
I do actually. I do clear them. I clear them periodically in my space. We are always smudging. We smudge at least once a week, and we do clear them. Um, I would clear them again because when we ship them and before they get to you, I don't know where they go. So I would clear them when you get them.
But this is you guys. I got. Can you tell I buy a lot of stuff from Jean? I'm like Jean. I can't watch you today, Jean. I can't watch you today, Jean. But this one, I held it right away, and it was like a calm came over, and Jean was saying, "You've got a lot of calming stones." I'm like, Jean, I just moved a year ago. I was like, what? But K2, correct?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And tell them what K2 is real quick.
K2 is azurite nodules, which is the blue in it's called graphic granite. This stone was found as a result of an earthquake that happened in Pakistan in the Himalayas, and the mountains sort of split open, and a couple of new stones came out of that earthquake, and this was one of them. And I got it because it was blue polka dot, and who doesn't like blue polka dot?
Right.
But it's also once I had it for a while, it's very calming stone.
Yeah. I'm gonna say no to this. What do you say?
What? No, I wouldn't because there's too many chemicals.
Yep. Hello, Dina. Janelle, get an idea. Soul chat. Ooh, love you. Thank you. Thank you. Can you wear okay, we just answered that. When watching Jean go through her showcase of crystals, I choose the ones that I immediately feel a connection to. Then when they arrive, I meditate with each one. Look at you, Robin sisters. I love it.
That's exactly what I tell people do when I do teachings one on one or with a group is meditate with the stone and ask it why it's come to you. And obviously you feel a connection and that's awesome. But then it will reveal to you what it can do, what it will do with you or why it wants to work with you.
And we're talking about all these guys because you can thrive, your energy can shift working with crystals. Joy wants to know, do you do private readings concerning crystals?
I
Like,
do.
okay, yeah, yes. Okay. Can one be too grounded?
No.
Mm. You guys, you wonder why I get this bluntness?
Yeah, no, I don't really think that you can be too grounded.
You should see when we're together. When I was younger, when Jean was like, "Oh, I'm like, I know." Now she came on a retreat with me, like a couple years ago, and she looked at me. I'm like, "Yep, I've changed." I'm like, "No." So
It's because here's the thing, really, you to be fully present, to be fully grounded, to be really, really grounded, it means that you can be fully present in your life and experience all there is to experience and dance with it all. It doesn't mean bad things aren't going to happen. It just means that you're way more able to deal with whatever happens.
right. Brooke has a great question. What is good for sensory overload?
Grounding stones. One I do like is the smoky quartz. I'm touting this a lot, but I really do love the energy of smoky quartz,
Mhm.
and it's easy to resonate with, and it provides a lot of focus as well as grounding. I actually recommend it. I've used it on kids with ADHD,
Hmm.
and it helps them focus.
Now, yes, no,
I no, that is not a grounding stone. That is like going out into
working
the
out.
universe.
Yeah.
It's a good meditation stone.
I bought
Yes, a garnet ring will ground you.
yeah,
I love garnets.
yes. Um, I'm always drawn to the shape of the stone. I'm drawn to Irma says she's drawn to jade.
Jade is very well, I find jade to be very peaceful. It's also a very physically healing stone.
Hmm.
It heals the physical body on it works in a lot of different ways with the physical body.
Is there a difference between fake versus real? Sometimes we need more or are searching for more for it with it and can get overwhelmed. Robin, can you restate this question? Because I think I know what you're asking, but restate this question.
Fake, I'm not sure.
Like a fake garnet instead of a real garnet.
I actually do prefer the real
Yeah.
stone. Um,
Sodalite resonates with me more than lapis lazuli. Okay, excellent. Hi, Karen. How do we know when it's the right time to bowl? Oh, this is the Moldavite question.
yeah. um, Moldavite. I would say, there are people who are just naturally going to be drawn to Moldavite. And then, if you feel drawn to it, I would say, I wouldn't buy it right now at all because it's way overpriced and you can't tell if it's real or fake. It's very hard to tell.
I
But
showed you this and I got a headache.
yeah, I had to put the lid on. But if you're drawn to it, I think then now's the time. I mean, that the time would be when you're drawn to it and when you feel like when you pick it up, it doesn't give you a headache because it gives a lot of people a headache. Or when you pick it up, you can't put it down.
Yeah, yeah. Delora, that gobbledygook was just for you, sister. Let's see. Janelle says, does the dolphin stone Larimar hold a different property to it when it has the brown earth tones to it as opposed to the brown blue tones? Sorry.
I like the ones with the brown, like the dendrites. That's more rare, but it doesn't detract from the energy for sure. That's a beautiful stone. It's an amazing stone.
Paula says, "Hi, Paula. My son, Jean. When you come to visit, we have to go to Dairy Queen. Paula's the manager. At Dairy Queen. That's a block. Jean and I are chocoholics. So we're just like Jean. Jean always is like Elias. You can have my cake. I will take the frosting. So
It's a good pairing that
it
way.
is. My son has anxiety. What can I get for him?
I like Amazonite. I don't have a I don't have a piece sitting right here. It's a blue stone. It looks sort of do you want me to go get one?
Yeah, and I'll tell him about
You
this
wanna
real
get-
quick. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Please hold everyone. So this is don't you just love her, you guys? I just love Jean. I mean, 20 years we've been friends. I just adore her. Um, so this one is K2. It's a K2 stone.
Okay.
Priscilla says, yes, she'll be live on Facebook Sunday.
Yes.
That's the Facebook. And it's what time, Jean? Pacific time?
It's
Central.
2 Central Time, so it'd be noon Pacific and
And then 4 Eastern. Right?
no,
No, 3 Eastern.
3 Eastern.
Yeah,
3
sorry.
Eastern.
Okay. Um,
Here is Amazonite. This is a polished one, and this is a rough one. But it's beautiful blue. It's a very calming stone. It actually does work with the central nervous system. So if there's some physical reason for the anxiety, it will also work with that as well. But
uh, yeah,
it's a
Janet
really
says
good one.
she suffers from anxiety. Awesome. She is awesome. I know she is. She's precious. I know she is. We talked about you where you were.
Okay.
Hey, Jamie. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, my friend. I know she's so sweet. I did that. Lori says I miss Dairy Queen. Um, Bertha says Lemmy has anxiety, and there we go. The
Mhm.
Amazonite.
Amazonite.
Yeah.
It's like the river, the Amazon with ite.
Yeah. Let's see. And here we go. Priscilla said, there you have it. Okay. Stephanie says, oh, can you please tell me good crystal for a 5-year-old with autism?
I think you kind of, with autism, you kind of have to uh, play around with it a little bit because they're going to be drawn to certain things and that's going to be it.
Right.
Um, So what I would start with, they're to me, they're like very, very high vibration beings who aren't really like they don't really care to lower their vibration, deal with the rest of us. So I like a apophyllite.
Mm,
It,
nice.
it's a
Yeah.
very high vibration stone, but it's also and it's filled with light, and it's gonna. I feel like it would resonate really well with. It would almost probably be calming for them.
Yeah.
But again, you have to try different things. You could try the Amazonite as well. It may be a good one.
And again, guys, I keep on saying we're talking about thriving with crystals because when you are in touch with yourself, your feelings, when you are grounded, you can hear. When you meditate and set an intention, you can hear, you can know, you can sense, you can feel, and this is part of it. I have right now 13 stones in front of me because um, I was gonna see what Jean thought. But Jean has three grounding stones, and I had a calming stone, and this was one of the calming stones.
White onyx.
Yeah,
That's a really nice stone. That's from Peru, actually. And there's a certain feeling of stones that come from that earth, that place.
yeah.
That's a sweetness to it.
And you know, Jean, because I showed it to you when we were together, but still, I am
I
so
love that one.
drawn to this. And it besides communication, what else is it
That
for?
one is angelic. That one is it's aqua aura. It's a quartz that's aured with gold. Some people say that, oh, it's not a good thing it's a man-made thing, but it's not really. It's the element of gold and the quartz that have been put together by man.
Yeah.
And the old stone channelers, um, like like from the 80s, and they said there was one, Gabriel Sedona. He said it's like somebody said, doesn't it hurt the stone to do that? And he's like, no, it's like when they dress up to go to the prom.
Well, let me ask you, Jean, would these two go to the prom together?
Of course,
Because this is
that's
luminaire.
an angel aura. Yeah,
What is this?
it's angel aura.
Oh, you know what I've been telling people?
What? I think it's angel aura. It looks
I
like.
said it was Lumerian crystal.
Oh, well, maybe it is. I can't really tell.
I
That
got
might be that might be a Lemurian, yeah.
I got it from you. So I
Yeah,
when you said it, I'm like, me.
yes.
So
That
good.
that's a beauty.
Yeah, it is good. And Priscilla gave me this.
I like that. I'm not sure what that is.
Yellow calcite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, bad shoulder. Okay. So let me see what we have. Um Karen says it's beautiful. Prom, yes. Yeah. Uh, love that. Angelic expression. Yes, I know. See, I think that's it.
Mhm.
Jamie says, any suggestions for my hair studio to help keep the vibe positive, calm, and relaxing?
Mm. I like rose quartz. Or that one, that is mangano calcite, the pink calcite. That's
Mhm.
a very calming stone, and it brings like a sweetness. So it's a nice one. Or a rose quartz. Rose quartz is always it creates a really positive vibration.
As you can tell, I love the hearts.
The other one that's good for like a group, like a grouping, um, is spirit quartz.
Oh yeah,
I have a gold spirit quartz here.
that's
Um,
beautiful.
w- yeah,
I
but
love.
it also comes in a purple or an amethyst, and it's really, really, it actually creates an atmosphere of cooperation.
Now, sometimes I'm only saying this because Eleni is in Greece. Sometimes Greece gets very humid, very humid. Does very high temperature ruin crystals?
It shouldn't, no.
Yeah. Hi, Sister Sledge. Diane just bought a huge piece of druzy quartz.
Oh, druzy quartz is one of my favorites because it's sparkly. And quartz works with your intentions.
Yeah.
So, and druzy will send energy, whatever your intention to work with the stone. Druzy has a lot of little points on it, so it will send the energy out in a lot of different directions.
Would that be good, Jean, if they set their intention out? Meaning, you know what you and I used to teach. They write it on a piece of paper, and then they put the piece of paper and then put the
Crystal on
stone on
top.
top of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Maria, look at her. What kind of crystals should I carry in my purse or car?
I like the
In
grounding
your
ones.
bra.
I like the grounding ones for the car because you need to be focused when you drive. But maybe black tourmaline or something that's going to create like a protective uh, field around you.
And what's a good joy crystal? The one that
Okay,
you're wearing?
my yes, this one is very nice. This
Yeah,
one is good. Amethyst also good for depression. I don't have one with me, but it's pretty common. But it's a good stone to work with depression because it connects you to your spirit, and it really there's a connection there. And also my other favorite one is rhodochrosite.
I like that one too. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
that
let
is the stone of joy.
I'll let you read Stacy's while I get, the very first crystal that I ever got was at Healing Earth, and I'll show you. This isn't it, but I'll show you what I got. So go ahead and read that one.
So easing grief, I like. Well, rose quartz is a good one. It's easier to get, but one of my favorite ones for easing grief is kunzite. If you're familiar with it, it's a pink stone. It's really beautiful, but it works a lot with like healing the heart, and also hiddenite, which is the green form of kunzite, and working with them together is a really beautiful way to work with grief.
Hi, Stephen O'Connor, Dr.
Hey,
O'Connor.
Steven.
So good to see you here. Now, guys, Dr. O'Connor has been on our lives, and he is the place that we're going to. He is the place. He has the place that we're going to in Ecuador. And Dr. O'Connor, we talked about March 22nd through March 29th. So we'll talk more about that later. So good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Um, what's the best way to clean a quartz? And look at this fluorite, Gene.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Anyway, go ahead.
So charging them in sunlight and moonlight, I don't think sunlight's a little more obviously forceful and
Right.
moonlight's a little more subtle, but you know, if you want to split hairs and really get into it, if you want to work with masculine energy in the sun,
Right.
and you work with feminine energy in the moon, but really, I think either whatever one you're led to, again, your intuition is really key there.
And you can use sea salt, guys. If it's something like this and you put it in a bowl, cover it with sea salt, let it sit in there for 24 hours. Do that.
That
Gina
clears it.
talked about
Sound,
and right. Let me,
smudging.
could you just put that on the thing? Thanks. Thank you so much.
Smudging is a good way to clear.
And look at this is from Dr. Stephen O'Connor, Dragon's Tooth Amethyst.
Amethyst,
I
yeah.
just love this piece.
That's a good stone for depression.
Uh, so, okay, is there a difference between raw and polished crystal?
That seems to be more of a preference, a personal preference. As far as I can tell, I've never met a stone well, there's some I like more than others, but
Right.
like for instance, I have two stones for joy. I have the rhodochrosite, which is polished. It's almost always polished when you buy it. And then there's cobalto calcite. This is a raw stone. It's whoa, I almost dropped it on my
You're
computer.
good. Yep.
It's, it's a stone that connects you with joy, but it's got a rough finish. Um, again, to me, it's more a matter of personal preference.
And you have to think about, guys, like here's a silly question, but you pick up the rose quartz, and we're talking about thriving once again. How do I thrive in self-love? How do I thrive in it? How do I thrive in being calm? How can I thrive in K2 that I forgot what it's about? How can I how can I
It's also count.
thrive in calming? And then how can I'm going to make a bad joke, and Jean's used to my bad jokes, so hang on. How can I how,
Like,
how can I thrive with Edgar and Bertha? How can I thrive with them? So
probably get a lot of information from them.
black tourmalinized quartz
Yeah.
and blue flash moonstone.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it doesn't do it justice. But these are, and Gene, the skulls used to creep me out. Now they don't. I don't know why I got creeped out by them, but I just really like mama, mama. I put Easter bunny ears on Edgar for decoration. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's Edgar, and you don't have to. Oh, this is the one, Gene. I was going to ask you. I forgot about this one.
That is still bite.
And
It,
what is? Yeah.
it's associated with apophyllite, which I showed before.
Yes.
So it is actually it's a stone of love. It's a stone of connecting with higher vibration of love.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that goes back here, guys, because mom and dad are here. It's got my back. I'm surrounding myself with love.
Yeah.
And it's really important. We've got some other questions. Hang on. Gene, you could be on here for hours with everybody. And the best way for them to find you is Priscilla, can you put both her Facebook and her website, please? The name again. Oh, for this one?
Stillbite. Stillbite, I think.
I love the
Spelling's
stone of
not great.
love. Okay, here she is, spiritdancercrystals.com. And then Priscilla's going to bring up the Facebook one. And are there any crystal stones that shouldn't be near each other?
Yeah. There are some that
Don't play well?
play well, don't feel as good together. If you're trying to create, for instance, if you're doing a grid or you're doing a
Right.
layout of stones where you're working with, say, your intention is, I want to raise the vibration in my house. You wouldn't necessarily want to use tourmaline in that, or a really ground. I mean, I said all that stuff about grounding, but there is a time when you want to resonate a little bit higher. So you'll set up your intention with to raise the vibration, and you don't want to use the super grounding stones because that's going to, pull it back down to earth. So you would use more like an apophyllite or a dambarite or or quartz, something that's higher vibration.
Robin says, if the crystals in the house are for me, will they affect my family members?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Eleni says, if I get a negatively charged stone, so let's talk about this for a second, guys. If I get a negatively charged stone with my own energy, will my own energy not eventually overpower it? So negatively charged stone, guys, here's the thing. The stone is not bad.
They're
It's
neutral.
They're neutral, right? The person that holds it is the one that is placing that energy on there, and you might be picking up that, not the stone. And I understand. I just wanted Eleni to just kind of put it out there, because so many people, they're like, oh, negative entities, and oh, negative this, and all that other craziness.
And
But
yes, your own energy will eventually like come in. You'll eventually, the stone will resonate to you and not to the other,
right,
whoever had it before
right,
that maybe didn't treat it as well or whatever, put energy into it, however you want. Because quartz does, you can program quartz with energy. So you might get a quartz that feels kind of like, who, you
yeah,
know, and that's why you do clear them as well.
right, exactly. What's a good crystal for self confidence?
Aquamarine.
Mm.
It's my favorite one
Okay.
for confidence.
Uh, Caitlin, hi Caitlin. I have a necklace with a clear white stone, a bit of speckled of pink. Can't remember what that one does. A clear white stone with a bit of
Mhm.
speckled pink.
Not
You'd
sure.
have to see it, wouldn't you, Jean?
Yeah, I'd have to see it. It might be tourmaline,
Okay. Like a rose tourmaline?
like a pink tourmaline,
Pink tourmaline, yeah.
or it might be fire quartz. I'm getting like the peanut gallery in there.
Oh, hi, Scoop. Hi, Scoop.
Um, there are quartzes that, like Harlequin quartz, has a little bit of pink in it. Just it's called lepidocrosite, and it
Yes.
gives it a pink sort of. Uh,
I think I think since I've known you, Jean, the quartz that's behind you, you've had that a long time, haven't you?
yes, yeah.
I'm always like this.
What is
Okay. Um, exactly. Yes.
exactly? Yes.
Are there crystals specific to your guys? And if I missed your question, please know it's not deliberate. These go like they
Yeah.
don't always because of StreamYard, we don't get them all the time. Are there crystals specific to your zodiac sign?
There are, and I've been doing some research on that. Actually, my assistant is doing research on that, so I'm not that familiar. But there are ancient ones that are associated with the zodiac, and then there are the more like the birthstones that have sort of been. Some of them are similar, and some of them aren't. Um, but it's a fascinating subject, and it's one that I want to do some more work on because yes, there are.
Yep. Marina, I'm sorry. What is smudging? Smudging is you're clearing the energy. Think about if you've gone to church and they've used frankincense or whatever they use, they're cleansing the area. The indigenous always used, um, you know, sage, or the Peruvians have used Palo Santo. So there's many different things that you can cleanse. You can cleanse. So think of smudging as cleansing or
And
clearing.
smoke. Smudging is actually clearing with smoke, some
Right.
sort of smoke.
Right. Um, yes, and I said we've known each other for 20 years. Somebody asked. Good crystals for travel. Leaving for Puerto Rico in the Tracy, look at you
Ooh,
leaving for Puerto Rico.
nice. If you have nothing else, just grab a quartz and say, "Protect me on this trip." Black tourmaline is good. There's another one I was just reading about, and I can't remember what it was. I always take. A lot of times I take the Amazonite because it calms you down. Like I'm not good with flying, so I will usually carry one of these because it calms me down.
Where were you, Gene, when I was coming back from the Bahamas? Because let me just tell you, I don't know if you saw this picture, but when we were coming back from the retreat that we did in the Bahamas, they're like, "Oh, there's your plane." I'm like, "Oh, that's not bad. Maybe like 20 people in a plane." And they're like, "No, that's not your plane. Your plane is this one. Let me show you, Gene." I was like, "What the what? What the what?"
Oh yeah, that's a small plane.
Okay. Let me just tell you, this is how many people were in the plane.
Hmm.
And then I had to look at this man, God love him, but I was like trying not to stare because I'm like, wait, did he just come back from the Bahamas with these braids? And I was like going, I'm like, I think that's what distracted me. I was like, what is this hair? And I'm in my head, I'm like, what does this hair look like? without the braids? Why did he get the braids? Why didn't he get the little beads on
He
them? I'm like,
was a guardian angel for you to keep you
exactly.
calm.
I'm like, may I hold you? May I hold your braids? I'm out of my Amazonite. May I please hold your braids? We have issues. Well, at least I do. Okay. Um, Eleni, if there was a stone for losing weight, bloating, and bad circulation,
Oh, gee. Actually, oddly enough, there's a stone called apatite. It's not spelled
mm,
like eating appetite. That is supposedly a good stone to work with for weight. Um, bloating, bad circulation, any of the like bloodstone. Yeah, that's appetite right there.
so what you do is when you're hungry, you just chew on this, or just lick it. Because
Yeah, there's probably a technique you can do with that.
I'm telling you, chew it, Gene. This will cut your appetite. No
Well, you'll
problem.
lose your teeth, and then you won't be able to eat.
Right.
Um, Bad circulation, I would use something like garnet or bloodstone or ruby. And hormones, again, probably something like fluorite.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Fluorite.
Um, does it does it taste like hot fudge?
Yeah,
No, but we can make that, Paula. I think you work at Dairy Queen. You've got a big vat of it. We'll just dunk it in there.
dunk
That's
it in. Yeah.
right. Dina says, crunchy yet satisfying. See, we love to. Oh God, let me tell you guys, you come on a retreat with Jean and I. Once I can get her laughing,
There's,
it is
there can
non.
be a lot of laughing.
It is nonstop. We have had so many laughs. That's what I love about you, Jean. I don't think I'm going to say it publicly. I've never said this, but you know, you have given me so much joy being your friend, and just you've helped with my parents' death, whether you've known it or not, and having the joy and the community that we've created, the community that came out of TST, Twin Spirit Tribe, everybody, and the Reawakenings group. I mean, that was just that was soul family.
Yes.
And what we're doing now is we're creating bigger soul family. And shameless plug, please join Soul Chat on July 10th. So it's really important, guys. Really, really important. Um, okay, Tracy, it doesn't matter. We talked about it earlier. It all depends on the intention. Sunlight for masculine, moonlight for feminine, all depends. Hello, Michelle. Thank you for being here. Great picture. And Deanna, does crystal size matter? No.
No, not really. I've had stones that are huge that don't, they do what they're meant to do, but they're nothing special. And then I had this teeny tiny little, it's still on my altar actually, Ganesh made out of pink tourmaline.
Mm.
And I the woman who gave it to me, it was Piper. She put it on my mesa at
Uh-huh.
my altar at a retreat. And I honestly, honest to goodness, I was at the other side of the room with my back turned, and I turned around and I felt the energy go like this, and then it opened up like crazy. And the Ganesh became huge.
Huge.
It
Yeah.
was the stone was that big.
Yeah. We used to go around on the retreats and on the apprenticeship programs. We're like, guys, don't have stone envy. Do not have stone envy. So funny. Um, So we talk about protection so for very low vibration or energy vampire type stuff. I mean, you know, Gene, what would you say?
There is a stone that works specifically with psychic attack or psychic, somebody messing with you. And I don't have a sample with me. It's on my website. It's called Ezurine.
oh, I love the Ezurine. Yeah.
It's spelled Aegirine, and it's very protective. I actually recommend it for people who do readings and healing work and stuff like that to just have it with them or on them,
Mhm.
because energy flies around, and generally, if you're grounded, you're pretty protected. But this is a good one if you're dealing with someone that's got a very low vibration.
Can you spell that again, Jean?
Aegrine.
Mhm. So, and then, guys, just to let you see, oh crap. Um,
Yeah, that's a big piece. I have little blades, but
yeah. Um, Best crystal book reference book.
mm. I like the Judy Hall books, the Crystal Bible, the volumes, and she might have a couple more. She's passed away, but she has several volumes that are really good. Um, I like, there's one that's really hard to get, but it's called Crystalline Communion 2000, and it's written by Colin Marquist and Jack Frazzle. And it doesn't have pictures, but it's got really good definitions of the stones.
Honey, you're going to write a crystal book.
You know what? Scoop and I are writing one right now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. And guys, Priscilla, can you comment your info again, please? Oh, so for Jean, it's Spirit Dancer Crystals, plural, crystals.com, and then the Facebook page. She's gonna be on, because we gotta go in a minute, guys. She's gonna be on doing a Facebook Live crystal show Sunday, correct?
Yes, this Sunday at
And
2 p.m. Central Time.
3 p.m. Eastern
Eastern.
and
Noon
12
Pacific.
noon Pacific. And thank you, Priscilla. And yes, this is recorded, you guys. All my lives on Facebook are recorded. You can hop over to YouTube and see them, or you can go here on Facebook, go to the video section, and you'll see all the lives that I do. All of them are listed. So before we go, I want to tell you that next week, Dawn Silver will be on, and we're going to talk about thriving with your astrological sign. The following Wednesday, we've got Beth Eglarsh, Casey Labrazy, and myself. We're talking about thriving body, mind, spirit, because we just did that body, mind, spirit retreat. And then on the last, please come and join. She's a beautiful person. Last Wednesday of the month, on the 27th, my friend Intisar Ben Halim will be with us. She's a psychotherapist, and we're going to talk about, Gene, you'll love this, healthful contact and thriving within self.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. So I just, Gene and I are gonna work together again on facilitating the retreat in Ecuador at the March 22nd through the 29th, and it's 7 days. We're gonna have an early bird special. Well, you'll save some money on the early bird. We'll have all the content available, meaning let's say rough draft available, and then come join us. Please follow Jean, like her Facebook page, follow her, look at her website, see all the wonderful things that she has. And Jean, I can't thank you enough.
Thank
Can't thank
you.
you.
It's always a joy to be with you and to interact with your people, and it's just a lot of fun.
Well, I love introducing my people, you guys, to all the people here, my other people, because it's good. Can we all fly together to Greece? We can, Diana.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Greece in 2024, Jean and I, honoring your inner god and goddess. But next year in March is your volcanic soul blasting out to connect to your truest, authentic self. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So, guys, see you tomorrow. Is Thursday. You know what? I will be on TikTok at 7:30 in the morning to do a grounding meditation. Come join me that specific time. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 o'clock, guys. That's my time. on TikTok, and just follow, share the love. Jean, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
And
you again.
Scoop, that one's for you too.
Oh,
Um, all right, guys, thank you so much, and we'll talk soon. Thanks again, Jean. See
thanks.
you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.